Hello friends, today we will discuss about arithmetic progression. Let us consider the following list of numbers: 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. 2, 10, 15, 20, 25, etc. It is going on. 3, 100, 97, 94, 91, etc. In the above, we observe some patterns. Let us discuss what is the pattern in each of the above numbers. That is, we have got 3 list of numbers: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. 10, 15, 20, 25, etc. 100, 97, 94, 91, etc. So they are having some pattern. Let us see what is the pattern. Here each number is called a term, and first number is called the first term, and second number is called the second term, and so on. So in this series, 2 is the first term, 4 is the second term, 6 is the third term, and so on. Here 10 is the first term, 15 is the second term, 20 is the third term, and so on. Here 100 is the first term, 97 is the second term, 94 is the third term, and so on. So here each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. That is, here 4 is obtained by adding 2 to this term, and 6 is obtained by adding 2 to this term, that is second term 4. 8 is obtained by adding 2 to the third term, that is 6. Like that, in the here 15 is obtained by adding 5 to this term, and 20 is obtained by adding 5 to the second term, namely 15, and 25 is obtained by adding 5 to the third term, namely 20. So each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. So we rewrite the first term as 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. In this, successive numbers are obtained by adding 2 to the preceding term, as we have already discussed. And second is 10, 15, 20, 25, etc. In this, successive terms are obtained by adding 5 to the preceding term. And here the numbers are 100, 97, 94, 91. In this, the successive terms are obtained by adding minus 3 to the preceding term. That is, by adding minus 3 to 100, we are getting 97. By adding minus 3 to 97, we are getting 94. By adding minus 3 to 94, we are getting 91. So in this, the successive terms are obtained by adding minus 3 to the preceding term, or simply subtracting 3 from the preceding term. Or you subtract 3 from 100, you are getting 97. You subtract 3 from 97, you are getting 94. You subtract 3 from 94, you are getting 91. So such a list of numbers are said to form arithmetic progression, or simply they are called AP. So we can define what is arithmetic progression. So we define arithmetic progression, or AP, as a list of numbers in which the difference between a term and the preceding term, except the first term, is a fixed number and a constant. So the difference between a number and the preceding number, that is preceding term, is a constant, which is a fixed number. This constant can be either positive, or it can be negative, or it can be 0 also. The constant, which is the difference between a term and the preceding term, is called the common difference, and it is denoted by D. The first term is normally denoted by A, by symbol A. So if we know the first term and the common difference, we can form the arithmetic progression. We can form any arithmetic progression once we know the first term and the common difference. So if A is the first term and D is the common difference, then the AP will be A, A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D, and so on. So the difference between the second term and the first term is D. The difference between the third term and the second term is also D. The difference between the fourth term and the third term is also D. And the difference between the fifth term and the fourth term is also D. That means here the difference between a given term and the preceding term is d, and which is a constant. So this is an AP. So a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, a plus 4d, etc. is an arithmetic progression. Here the first term is a. So a we can write as a plus 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0 into d. So we can write first term as a plus 1 minus 1 into d, which is equal to a. The second term here is a plus d. So a plus d we can write as a plus 2 minus 1 into d. 2 minus 1 is 1, so it is a plus d. So a plus d we are writing as a plus 2 minus 1 into d. Third term is a plus 2d. So we are writing this as a plus 3 minus 1 into d. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2, so it is a plus 2d. Fourth term is a plus 3d. Here it is a plus 4 minus 1 into d. That is a plus 3d. So in general we are seeing here first term is a plus 1 minus 1 into d, second term is a plus 2 minus 1 into d, third term is a plus 3 minus 1 into d, fourth term is a plus 4 minus 1 into d. So in general we can write if nth term which is denoted by an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. By the same argument, second term is a plus 2 minus 1 into d, third term is a plus 3 minus 1 into d, fourth term is a plus 4 minus 1 into d. So nth term will be a plus n minus 1 into d. So a plus n minus 1 into d is the nth term. The nth term we call it as an. So if you know the first term a and the common difference d, we can write the nth term as an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. This we call it as equation number 1. So using this we can solve problems in AP. If first term a is given and the common difference d is also given, then we can find the nth term an of the AP. Suppose a is given, d is given, then we can find the nth term, namely a 10th term or 15th term or 100th term. We can find the nth term by using this formula, an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Or if the nth term is given, where n is also given, suppose the 10th term is given, we know n is a 10 and an is given, and the first term a is given, so we know a, we know an, and we know n, so we can find the common difference d using this relationship. Or if common difference d is given, we can find the first term a. Suppose an is given, n is given, common difference d is given, then we can find the first term a. Or in other words, if an is given where n is not given, so we know some term which we call it as a1, that some term is given, and then a is given, then d is given, then by using this relationship we can find the value of n. That means we can find which term is there. Suppose if an is given, that is either 10th term or it is 15th term or if it is 20th term, by knowing a and d and using this formula an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Here an is given and n is not given, a is given, d is given, so substituting we can get the value of n. So now we will see some examples in the arithmetic progression. Suppose this is a simple problem. Find the 15th term of the AP 4, 8, 12, 16. So we will examine this progression 4, 8, 12 and 16. Here the first term is 4. So first term is 4. What is the common difference here? We find the difference between second term and the first term, or third term and the second term, or fourth term and the third term. So the difference between the second term and first term is 4. Difference between third term and second term is also 4. So difference between fourth term and third term is also 4. So the common difference is 4. So this is an AP. So we have got here a equal to 4, d equal to also 4. So we can find the nth term, an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So we have to find the 15th term. So n is equal to 15, a equal to 4, d equal to 4. So using this formula, a15 equal to 4 plus 15 minus 1 into d, that is 4 plus 14. 15 minus 1 is 14. 14 into 4. That is equal to 4 plus 56. That is equal to 60. So the 15th term is 60. So in this AP 4, 8, 12, 16, if you go on writing, the 15th term will be 60. So if you know the first term and the common difference, we can find the nth term. This is one type of problem. Then second type of problem is which term of the AP 6, 12, 18, 24 is 150. That is, here the AP is given 6, 12, 8, 24. Here the first term A equal to 6. Again common difference is also equal to 6. 12 minus 6 is 6. 18 minus 12 equal to 6. And the nth term is given as 150. We don't know the value of n. So we have to find the value of n. Which term is 150. We know that an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So substituting for an, a and d, we have got 150 is equal to first term a 6 plus n minus 1 into d. D is 6. So 150 equal to 6 plus n minus 1 into 6, or n minus 1 into 6 is equal to 150 minus 6, which is equal to 144. So n minus 1 will be equal to 144 by 6, which is equal to 24. So n is equal to 24 plus 1 equal to 25. So the nth term, so n is equal to 25. So the 25th term is 150. So in this series we have found 25th term is 150. The question asked is which term is 150. So the 25th term is 150. So we have found the value of n. In this we have to find that which term is 150. The 25th term is 150. Then third problem. The 15th term of an AP exceeds the 10th term by 30. Find the common difference. Here A is also not given, A is not given, the common difference is also not given. What is given is 10th term is also not given, but we have got the 15th term of AP is 30 more than the 10th term. So let the first term be A and the common difference be D. Then from the formula we can write the 10th term. What is 10th term? A10 equal to A plus 10 minus 1 into D, which is equal to A plus 9D. We call it as equation number 1. So 10th term of this AP will be A plus 9D. Then we will find what is the 15th term. The 15th term of the AP is equal to A plus 15 minus 1 into D, which is equal to A plus 14D. We call it as equation number 2. It is also given that the 15th term exceeds the 10th term by 30. That is equal to A15 will be equal to A10 plus 30. So A15 equal to A10 plus 30. So we substitute the value of A15 and A10. So A15 equal to A plus 14D equal to A10, which is equal to A plus 9D plus 30. So here this A and this A get cancelled. So 14D equal to 9D plus 30, or 14D minus 9D equal to 30, or 14D minus 9D equal to 5D. So 5D equal to 30, or D equal to 30 by 5, which is equal to 6. So the common difference is 6. So we have found out the common difference. That is the 15th term of AP exceeds the 10th term by 30. Then the common difference will be 6. So let us solve one more problem in arithmetic progression. How many 3-digit numbers are exactly divisible by 6? This is the question. We have to find the number of 3-digit numbers which is exactly divisible by 6. The first 3-digit number which is divisible by 6 is naturally 102. If we divide 102 by 6, we will get 17. So the first 3-digit number will be starting from 100. So the first 3-digit number which is exactly divisible by 6 is equal to 102. The next number which is divisible by 6 will be 102 plus 6, that is 108. The next number will be 108 plus 6, that is equal to 114. So we are getting a series of numbers 108, 108, 104, etc., etc. These are all divisible by 6. So these numbers are in AP. Here the first term is 102 and common difference is 6. So we have to find the highest 3-digit number which will be divisible by 6. The maximum 3-digit number possible is 999. So when we divide it by 6, we get a remainder 3. So 999 minus 3, which is equal to 996, is the maximum possible 3-digit number, which is exactly divisible by 6. So the maximum 3-digit number, which is exactly divisible by 6, is equal to 996. So the series will be 102, 108, 114, and the last term is 996. So we should find for what value of n, the last term is 996. So the first term a is 102, common difference d equal to 6. So the nth term is 996. So we can use this formula an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So 996 is the last term, that we call it as an, which is equal to 996 is equal to a plus 102 plus n we don't know. So plus n minus 1 into 6. So 996 is equal to 102 plus n minus 1 into 6. Or n minus 1 into 6 is equal to 996 minus 102, which is equal to 894. So n minus 1 into 6 is equal to 894. Or n minus 1 equal to 894 divided by 6, which is equal to 149. Or n is equal to 149 plus 1 is equal to 150. So this 996 is the 150th term. That means there are total 150 numbers. So there are total 150 numbers which are exactly divisible by 6. So there are maximum 153 digit numbers which are exactly divisible by 6. So we have solved this problem.